StraightAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Baldwin, StraightAllDay.com. Let me explain to you what's happening right now, what might happen. Last summer, I did a collaboration video with this guy named Jonathan from the Verse One Federation. He's one of two people who run that league. Other guy's named Jamar. They're based in Austin, Texas. And what I came to find out when I researched them, because when I asked you all who you wanted to see me do a collaboration video with, you said do Verse One Federation. I didn't even know who they were, so I looked them up and I saw that they're basically a basketball league of guys playing against each other one-on-one. So instead of 5-on-5, it's one-on-one. So you build your name up, you build your rating up. Your rating goes up and down based on whether you win or lose and how good the person is you beat or lose to. You build your rating up to be the champion in each division. They got divisions by height, so you don't have a small dude playing against some 7-footer. They got divisions by height. At times I see that there's actual cash prizes for winning the games. I don't know exactly how that works, but I've seen that in a few of their videos. And it's very entertaining and enjoyable to watch because they got guys playing one-on-one. The best thing about playing one-on-one in basketball as compared to 5-on-5 is that there's no excuses. Like, you can't blame the coach. You can't blame, I guess you can still bitch about the refs, but you can't blame your teammates. You can't blame nothing when you lose in one-on-one because it's just you out there. So if you lose, you just got to take your L and walk away like a man. Same way you should in 5-on-5, but that's another story. So anyway, as I was doing my Q&A with Jonathan of Verse One last summer, I asked him, hypothetically, because I didn't even know about his league at that point, I said, well, if I came out there, who would you have me play one-on-one? And Jonathan he took advantage of this question. He said, that's kind of what they call a call-out moment, which is when somebody from outside the league says, yo, I want to play this dude one-on-one. So he said, yo, this is like Drake calling us out. And he said, since you 6'4", Drake, you will play against our top guy in that division. This guy's named Smallville. So ever since then, this is last summer, they've been, well, not necessarily them, but the people also who watch the games, some of you included, have said, yo, we want to see Drake Baldwin play Smallville one-on-one. So me and Jonathan have been talking over the past few months. Again, they're based in Austin, Texas. I live in Miami, Florida. So of course we weren't able to make the game happen immediately due to logistics simply. And Jonathan basically decided, hey, we're going to put together a Kickstarter campaign and see if we can get the viewers, the fans, which is all of you, to fund this possible game between Drake Baldwin and Smallville. So for those of you who don't know how Kickstarter works, it basically works like this. You have somebody who has some type of idea. This might be to make some type of product. It might be to start a business. It might be to put together a basketball game like this. And they put it out to the fans and they say, the viewers, the audience, all of you out there, and they say, hey, if you guys help crowdfund this venture, we're going to give you something and we'll be able to accomplish our goals. So it's a win-win situation. So for example, let's say I wanted to build a brand new car, right? I make a Kickstarter campaign and I say to y'all, all right, I want to make this brand new car and I want y'all to help fund it. Because the way business used to work is that if you wanted to build a car and you needed $100,000, you had to find one person to give you a check for $100,000. So there's not that many people out there who have a check for $100,000. But let's say you could find 100,000 people who would each give you $1. You could find that a lot easier, right? So that's basically what Kickstarter is. That's what crowdfunding means. That means instead of needing 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people with a huge check, you can get 1,000 people with a very small amount of money, and they all put that money together, the crowd part of it, the funding is the money. Then you're able to produce what you want, and in exchange for those people, because usually if you get a guy to give you a $100,000 check, you got to give them a percentage of your business, kind of like the Shark Tank TV show for those of you familiar. But if you're not, you don't need to be. So instead of you having to give up a huge chunk of your business ownership to that person with the one big check, to all these people with the small amounts of money, basically what they do, you give them something. You determine what they get, and those people decide if it's worth it to put their money up to get the thing that you're offering. So for example, if I was making an app, if I wanted to make an app for my phone and it costs $10,000 to develop the app, I would say, all right, everybody who gives me $1, I'm going to send you a tweet. I'm going to tweet your name out and say thank you. If you give me $5, I'm going to send you a sticker. If you give me $10, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the app for free. If you give me $50, I'm going to call you and thank you personally and give you everything else on the list. If you give me $1,000, I'm going to give you the app. I'm going to give you 5% ownership of the company, I'm going to call you, and I'm going to fly you out to my city to have lunch with me. So every level, basically, of the crowdfunding, the more you give, the more stuff I'm going to give back to you. And the person who puts together the program, the person who's trying to get funded, in this case, this would be the Verse 1 Federation, they decide what the prizes are. All right, so do y'all understand that? Hopefully y'all understand that. I think I put that in very layman's terms. So what Verse 1 Federation wants to do right now, first of all, what they need to do is bring their production from Austin, Texas to Miami, Florida, where I am, so that we can actually make this game happen. So they need to bring their staff, they need to bring video production, they need to bring their actual player, they need to come to Miami, they need to rent a facility so we can actually play the game. They need to, of course, they need airfare, they need hotel, they got to eat food. All right, so all of that is part of what they need for the funding to make this game actually happen, which is why whatever amount you're going to see, I'm going to give you the link to the actual Kickstarter page and video. That's why the amount is what it is, for all the production costs of actually traveling, bringing the players, and the prizes, okay? On their Kickstarter page, they're going to say, this is what you get if you donate this much to make this event happen. Now, here's the thing for all of you that you need to understand. Let's say you put up $10 because you want to see this game happen and they end up falling short. Let's say that their goal was, let's just keep it simple, if their goal was $100, right? And they end up getting $98 of funding, then the game won't happen. The business doesn't happen, and everybody who put towards that $98, they get their money back. So you only actually contribute your money if the business reaches their funding goal. So if the goal is $1 million and they only get 900,000, everybody who contributed to that 900,000, your money goes right back into your account. If they do hit the million, they get the money that you contributed, and you get the prize that corresponds with the amount of money that you donated. Does everybody understand that? Hopefully you do, because I ain't gonna say it again. If you don't understand it, just rewind the video and watch it again until you get it. So for those of you who already know what Kickstarter is, I'm sorry I had to explain that, but people got to know what's going on. You got to explain things very simply to people out here. So what's happening right now is Verse 1 Federation put together a Kickstarter campaign to make this game happen, of me playing against this guy Smallville from the Verse 1 Federation, okay? The only way this game is going to take place is if they bring their team from Texas to Miami. The only way they're going to be able to do that is if you people out there, the crowd, all of you, fund this game, okay? Now, they have an actual video that's out already on YouTube that explains in their terms how this game is going to happen. They did send me the video. They wanted me to repost the exact same video, but I figured that was a waste of time. Why not just come on here and explain it to you all, especially for those of you who don't know how this stuff works and why we're doing it in my own words. So that's what I'm doing right now. So what you're going to do is click this link right here to see their Kickstarter page and the video. If they get the amount that they need for funding, which you'll see on that link there, this game is going to take place. I'm going to play this guy Smallville. We're going to play a series of one-on-one games, and everybody will know what's what when those games are over. I'm not making no predictions or saying who's going to win or none of that. I don't do that shit. If it happens in real life, y'all going to see what's up. All right, and it's going to be right here on YouTube. Y'all know how I do. I play somebody that's going to be on YouTube. I play in a game, one-on-one, 5-on-5, street ball, rec league, whatever. It's going to be here on YouTube. So we ain't even got to do too much talking. All y'all got to do is fund this game as a crowd. If you can give $1, give $1. You give $1 million, give $1 million. Let's make this game happen. Hit that link to check out their video. Let me know if you got any questions. There better not be no questions, man. I explain this shit in detail. If you got any comments, leave them in the video. Thumbs up to like this one. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Dre is a god to the people on YouTube as far as his handling skills and balling.